What's good, Internet? My name is attackslug, and welcome back to WWE 2K14. 30 years of WrestleMania. It is time for 24, the retirement match. Shawn Michaels versus the Nature Boy.
The following is a career-threatening match. Now, in this contest, should Ric Flair lose, he must retire. Introducing first, from San Antonio, Texas, weighing 227 pounds, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels has found himself in one of the most unique situations of his magnificent and storied career. Shawn Michaels, just last night, said he was in the front row when Ric Flair was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. And as many of us were, tears were flowing down the face of the Heartbreak Kid. What Shawn Michaels is challenged to do tonight may certainly give new meaning to the marketing term of Heartbreak Kid. It is Mr. WrestleMania that Ric Flair wanted here tonight. And I will assure you, ladies and gentlemen, that it is Mr. WrestleMania that the Nature Boy will get.
And so I welcome you to a fine Tuesday afternoon here on the program. Got some Monday Night Raw discussion, the shaking things up discussion to happen here on the show today, folks. Show.
Approaching the ring, from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 234 pounds, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Woo!
No one has style. No one has profile quite like that man. Look throughout this huge crowd at all the woos you're going to hear and see tonight. There's just absolutely never been anyone quite like Ric Flair. Has there?
Absolutely not. And there never will be again. What an amazing environment. A larger-than-life spectacle that I wish you all, wherever you may be, could be here tonight and feel what we are feeling right now.
And over the years, nobody has done the pomp and the pageantry as well as Ric Flair.
Thousands upon thousands of fans have traveled from around the world, are standing on their feet in respect of Ric Flair and his quest to continue his storied career.
There it is! Vintage Flair! Vintage Nature Boy!
But of course, we know the sad reality is that Flair did more matches outside of WWE after this whole retirement thing because Ric Flair, because wrestling, to be honest. Because nobody actually stays retired in wrestling because wrestling. Anyway, that being said, it is Tuesday, and so obviously we had our large and in charge announcements on Raw last night. Let's just get right into Raw, because that is where the majority of this episode is going to be focused on. And so, your solution to floundering ratings, your solution to just not great repetitive booking on your flagship show, Monday Night Raw, is to have more McMahons. They're putting more McMahons on the problem. So, Vince was there, Shane was there, Steph was there, Triple H was there. And I'm like, that's not a solution, you guys. And then, oh, we're going to bring in fresh faces and have new matches. And I'm like, that still is not a solution, you guys, because the writing is still terrible. The booking is still terrible. Like, that's the crux of your problem. And if you aren't going to call up some new writers, then you're not going to fix your problem. It's going to be, all right, well, you're going to bring up Heavy Machinery from NXT. It's like, okay, well, how long before Drake Maverick pisses on Heavy Machinery? Like, again, it's the booking, not the talent. Wow, that was nice. It is 100%. And when the booking all runs through Vincent Kennedy McMahon and nothing makes air without Vince approving it, then that's your problem. And that is kind of what I was getting into yesterday with, hey, people will cheer Vince because he's Vince, obviously. He built this thing, damn it. But at the same time, if Vince is the one who's been writing these Raws, then that's kind of the problem right there. Pretty much. There you go, Flair. There you go, Flair. Styling and profiling. Woo! Alright, now you're at light damage, Rick. Let's get out of the ring. And I guess lean you on the table is the plan here. So, boom. Fall, Rick, fall. Oh, come on. It's always when you, like, you're doing fine, like, not having to do anything, but as soon as you have to do something, the game's like, oh no, I'm gonna reverse that. Sorry. Lean Flair on the table. And here is the moonsault. 2 days in a row here. And he misses. Good God Almighty.
A thunderous moonsault. Oh man, that's gotta hurt. Folks, if Ric Flair is the greatest of all time, how can one argue that Shawn Michaels isn't 1A?
Use a figure 4 leg lock on Flair in the ring. Woo! So they announced that the new authority is going to be the fans, because we're in control of the show, you guys. We control what... I'm like, no, we don't. No, we don't. Because Vince is still doing the... Like, Vince still approves all the writing and the booking, so the fans aren't going to do a whole lot of anything. And also, that gives them the perfect out, right? That gives them the perfect out for when... No, I was by his feet, you stupid video game. I was by his feet. Come back. There we go. They give you the opportunity to, when things aren't going well, when ratings are still in the toilet, as they perhaps will be, then you can blame the fans. You can turn heel on the fans because, oh, the fans were the authority and they didn't get it done. So that's what you. That's just one option of what you can do. Will they? Who knows? But they can in his wrestling. So, all right. The first Sweet Chin music. So after that, you had Baron Corbin in a 4-on-1 handicap match, right? And that happened. And after that, you had Balor versus Ziggler, because of course you would after the events of TLC, right? And I'm like, yeah, fresh faces, right? And of course, McIntyre is involved. We're going to end up having a triple threat with those three. I think next week on the show, they've already taped next week because it's Christmas and that kind of thing. I will at least give credit in giving a match to Tyler Breeze on Raw and having it be somewhat more competitive than the last time he was on Raw getting squashed. So I can definitely appreciate that versus Dean Ambrose. That is actually a fresh matchup, and we know from NXT that Tyler Breeze, he can go, man. He can wrestle, man. Just let him do his thing, right? But I think most significantly here on this Raw, the one actual real change to how the booking is going to be handled is they pretty much said no more automatic rematch clause. That's huge. That's actually... Oh, Ric Flair caught me. He caught me, folks. That's actually huge. Because that's been the case for so long. And to not have that is crazy. So now, if you lose the belt, you don't automatically get another match. So you can kind of move on to the next thing much more quickly than you previously would have been able to. If that is a good or bad thing, I guess remains to be seen. But importantly, it's a different thing. It's something that they haven't done in quite some time. Ric Flair, styling, profiling resiliency, because he needs one more Sweet Chin music, Flair, and that's all you get. Woo! That's all you get. Woo! So, let's get you on the ground here. And then hit that corner finisher, Sweet Chin music. So yes, fresh faces coming to Monday Night Cutscene.
Look at these fans, JR. They're on their feet. They're clapping. And I think they're clapping for both of these superstars.
The look on Shawn Michaels' face tells the entire story.
Well, desperate men do desperate things.
I love you, Rick.
The Nature Boy, making it to his feet, says, bring it on. Flair's not finished yet.
Flair wants to fight.
Wait, what? And again, I hit it a third time. Okay. I mean, I was right there, and... Yeah, okay. Sorry, Rick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't want to have to end your career. But you're old. Woo! And then Flair flopping, and then win by a pinfall. And there we go.
Here is your winner, the Heartbreak Kid.
Michaels hesitated and contemplated, but he had to do what he came to do. Michaels did exactly what Ric Flair demanded. The very best of Mr. WrestleMania. You have to wonder what's hurting Shawn Michaels the most, his broken ribs or his broken heart.
JR, we saw it. It was what Ric Flair wanted Shawn to do. Flair gamely came to his feet and said, "Come on, give it to me."
Over 70,000 fans pay their respects to the greatest competitor that has ever laced a pair of boots.
Woo! And that brings us to the triple threat match. Randy Orton, John Cena, and Triple H for the WWE Championship.
John Cena is determined to reclaim what, as he said, he never lost, the WWE Championship.
And so, the fresh faces being called up from NXT to the main roster include, we already know Lars, but also EC3, Lacey Evans, Heavy Machinery, and Nikki Cross. And we had seen Nikki just very briefly there, and will she be on SmackDown or Raw? Like, they didn't really get into that. Now, alright, here are these faces coming soon, right? But also coming soon, coming back from injury, is going to be Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And that is pretty hype. But also we kind of knew that they're kind of aiming for like a Mania return-ish from their injury timetable. So soon is not like January. It's like, alright, probably, like March-ish.
Due to a career-threatening quadriceps injury, the game missed WrestleMania last year in Detroit. Triple H is looking to compete here tonight on WWE's grandest stage and become a 12-time world champion. I really don't think that there's anyone that I can recall in my long career that comes to the ring with more intensity than the game. He is as intense, as focused as any athlete I think that I've ever seen. And when a man says that he will die to win the WWE title, now folks, that's passion.
Oh, that's intensity.
What a unique environment are these triple threat matches. Every man for himself. You cannot get disqualified. You cannot be counted out. It's very simple. The first man to score a pinfall or a submission within the ring is the winner.
And so, begin your speculation on who's going to end up on what brand, because they're not all going to Raw. It was like, coming soon to WWE was the thing there. And then for all our, talk of fresh matchups and fresh things, and I'm like, they had Elias and Lashley again last night. So, not so much. We have new number one contenders for the tag team titles, and that is the Revival. And we have a new number one contender for next week's Raw for the Women's Championship after a Women's Gauntlet match, and that is Natalya. Now, I'm not going to sit here and spoil Raw for next week. That's kind of go on the internet if you really want to see who wins those matches. But it's the Raw, like, on Christmas Eve or whatever. So don't expect anything game-changing, no pun intended, to happen on that Raw.
2004, the third-generation prodigy, Randy Orton, became the youngest world champion in WWE history. On this occasion, he had over a 6-month reign. And Orton says he is a one-man dynasty. And if Randy Orton can lead WrestleMania 24 as the champion tonight, there's not a man, woman, or child on earth that can deny that.
Well, you talked earlier tonight about the passion of Triple H and the desire of John Cena. Randy Orton said that if you combine all of those attributes that Cena and Triple H possess, then you get Randy Orton.
Now, to give Triple H a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, he did say that change in the coming weeks and months would be a thing. But, I don't know. That's having more McMahons on the show, and I know that in my lifetime, that's never not going to be the case, considering that Steph and Triple H had 3 kids, and Shane and his wife had 3 kids. So, if you're going to watch mainstream WWE wrestling, you're going to have McMahons running the show forever. At least in my lifetime, as long as the McMahons still own the lion's share of the stock, then they're going to run the company. It's they built the thing. So, I mean, of course they should, but also, yeah, you can kind of get used to it. It's like, oh, no, man, give it time, give it time. I'm like, I've watched wrestling since 94, you know? So, I've given it all the time in the world. And I've gone through the good times, the bad times, the facts of life, all that stuff. Cena, what are you doing? Heel turn from John Cena, good God, just stomping on the referee. What is John Cena doing? Why was he trying to German suplex the referee? What the hell, man? Hey, Trips. Boom, objective. Boom. Why is John Cena harassing the referee? This is hilarious. Heel turn John Cena. Heel turn, holy crap. That's funny. That's funny. And here you go. John, there's no disqualifications. John, pop, pop. With that spinner belt, which I never liked. I never liked it. Yeah, you guys fight amongst yourselves as I clobber you because Randy Orton. Because Randy Orton. The Viper. The Legend Killer. Nothing you can say. Etc., etc. So whether or not SmackDown is going to be... Like, here's the thing. If they got rid of the GMs on Raw, who, you know, Angle was drunk Uncle Kurt Angle, and Baron Corbin was just, you know, terrible Baron Corbin, like Olive Garden server Baron Corbin, right? Would you really get rid of Paige on SmackDown? She's doing a good job. Like, in kayfabe, Paige is good at her job, whereas Angle and Corbin were not good at theirs. So, how does that work, is my question. Anyway, how does that even gonna work? Well, we'll find out on SmackDown this evening. Oh, come on! I had the Orton stomps. I had them. Game, have a Thez press. Orton. Do the thing. No, do the... Oh, come on! Don't make me RKO you out of nowhere. Do the Orton stomps. I'm hitting Y. It's gonna run at this game. Boom. Like, how do you even get off the Orton stomps with this nonsense? Why? Stupid. Hey. Pay attention to Randy Orton. Pay attention to Randy Orton. Why won't you pay attention to Randy Orton? Why? I'm hitting the Y button. It's not doing anything. Get... Oh, man, it's going to be frustrating as hell. I can already tell this is going to be extremely frustrating. Hey, John Cena, guess what? RKO out of nowhere. Pose. And pose. And pose some more. Really, John? Really? And Triple H down on the outside doing his thing. Okay. But yes, Sami Zayn, according to that video package, coming back as a heel. And I was definitely enjoying the heel work of Sami Zayn. It was very obnoxious, and it was fantastic. So, more of that, please. WrestleMania moment, baby. A button. That vintage draping DDT. What's that? You want another one? To the game, too? Okay. Sure. Wait, there was a third button here? I missed that third button. Boo! Boo! I botched it. I was too busy watching the move happen, and, well, okay. We failed. Whatever. At that point, why even do any of the other objectives? Because we failed it. So, whatever. It happens. I'm not starting over. So I can hit the other one, and then actually hit, there it is, the stomps. That's all I wanted to do, was these stupid stomps. The viciousness of Randy Orton. Okay, and now I'm stomping on the game. That should have done both. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, alright. Not even a hidden objective, but whatever. Thez press. What is my hidden objective? I didn't succeed at the Mania moment, so what is my hidden objective? And how many RKOs is John Cena going to get? Not that one. That's for sure. Oh, no. Oh, no. Attitude adjustment to Randy Orton. Good God almighty. And then Triple H picking up the bones here. Seriously. Picking up the bones. And getting interrupted because that's kind of what they do. Man, whatever, man. Oh. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. 1, 2, 3. I don't even care.
Here is your winner, and still WWE Champion, Randy Orton.
It was what we have grown to know from Randy Orton. When it looked like the game had won the WWE Championship with a pedigree to John Cena, Orton capitalizes and retains.
And there you go. That was a fine... Everything's still locked. That's pretty funny. That was a fine Tuesday here on the program, which means that tomorrow is the Universe era, and that begins with, surprise, surprise, more John Cena, another triple threat. Thanks for watching. More videos every day. See you next time, right here on this channel. And I'm out.